Some people go out of their way not to roll.
I see. No, I'm talking about as a game master. Some of them look at it as, I'm rolling this dice as a courtesy to you. I'm really going to make it up whatever I want.
I've seen Eric do that.
Not lately, I wouldn't think.
I know.
Because
you have an open air policy for rolling dice.
Well, yeah, I actually, and I'm glad you brought that up, because on Monday I actually was rolling behind my screen for a little bit, and I got some flack by some people.
Well, I was going to say, you've been out in the open for so long. I would just assume if it's behind a screen that you're fudging it.
Yeah,
and that's why it's there.
So then I was like, okay, well, I guess, and actually I was fudging it. I was keeping them alive.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, if you don't like it, then that's fine. I'll roll it out in the open. We'll see what happens.
I've always been very mistrustful of DM screens. A lot of them are, the ones that are laid out well are really handy to have. I never roll behind them.
You know what's funny is, talking about GM screens, and it's a complete tangent, but I never reference any of my screens. I have screens for every game that I have, and I never reference them.
Yeah.
Why haven't we talked about games where cheating is encouraged?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
The Illuminati when we played at Gen Con, and I won because I didn't cheat.
I disbelieve.
That's true.
Jason was on my left, and he was cheating really, really badly. It was just blatantly reaching into the pile to grab more money and bring it back. I was like,
but nobody would say anything because we were all doing the exact same thing.
I did nothing. I played a totally straight Illuminati game, and I won. So, cheaters never do prosper.
I don't know if there's any other games that
about Munchkin.
Munchkin, I think
does it allow you to? I
don't know that it allows you to do it, but it might be one of those deals where you can cheat unless you get caught doing it.
Well, that's any game.
Yeah.
Well,
I've only played a little bit of Munchkin, but I've watched you guys play a lot of Munchkin just because playing when I show up and I
disapprove. It's the perfect game. It's the perfect game, Mark. Sorry.
Some of the stuff that Lucky has pulled that you have allowed him to get away with.
Oh, the famous I won't hinder your thing if you give me a magic item.
Right.
Yeah, that's just ingenious.
Yeah,
that's not
really
cheating.
It's not a cheating game, and I haven't played it since college days. But does anybody else here remember Greater Dalmoody?
No.
Where if you were, you play, you are the Greater Dalmoody, and you can just make everybody do whatever. Like, you now have to play from downstairs.
It's like playing Asshole.
Yeah, kind of. It was a more structured version of Asshole. Yeah.
Wow.
There, it wasn't so much cheating as just being creative
or a jerk.
Yes.
Well, yeah, of course.
And of course there. Anytime you're talking about a card game, you got to talk about dealing from the bottom.
Oh, well, yeah. Or spades and, passing cards. I once in Lewis and Clark, me and Randy, I think we passed 12 cards back and forth. It was a thing of beauty.
But yeah.
You could stack entire decks for euchre.
So
old ladies will kill you for that.
Bridge. Really, cheating, it's
wrong.
It's wrong.
It's way too widespread, but...
Well, I would, beside the fact that I admitted earlier to cheating on...
we're going to have to take a closer look at what you got going on.
And then take a baseball bat to your ankles.
Here's part of my motivation for admitting that is I've never been proud of doing that. So now that you're aware that I've done that in the past, I'm going to be more forthright in my role.
You say that
you're
now.
clearing your conscience is what you're saying.
All right.
Okay.
So, and I usually sit next to Eric. I am Catholic, actually.
That's why I said.
But I usually sit next to Eric. I will make it a point to, as Mike said, when Eric says my name, I will roll in front of him. He will see my roll.
I think to curb a lot of that, especially with a large group, you almost have to be more regimented about things.
Yeah. GM should be more centralized to the rest of the group.
Well, that's true, too. Having the game master sitting amongst everyone, not separated from.
Yeah.
Well, the massive table that we sit at on
it
Mondays
doesn't help. If we had a round table, it would probably be better. But, there's just so much room. You can't ask somebody to...
I think the table that we have here is about as big as a table should get,
So, but anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.
Maybe you're the dead weight, Mark. Do you ever think of that?
People love me. No one here.
Prove it. Prove it. Show me evidence.
Jay and Greg are quite proud of me.
I like it too, buddy.
Follow us on Twitter.
We're at Gamers Table.
Like us on Facebook.
Listen to us on iTunes.
Or on Stitcher.
Got a comment or question about the show?
Visit our website, gamerstable.com.
You can comment right there on the episode page.
Or you can send us an email, feedback@gamerstable.com.
Even better, you can leave us a voicemail at 559-546-1231.
Right. And if you do, we can feature your call on the show.
If you like what you hear, click our PayPal tip jar. It's only 99 cents, and it helps us keep coming back each week.
Thank you for listening. Remember, the new episodes are released every Tuesday, so please subscribe. Properties discussed during this podcast are the exclusive rights of their respective owners. Gamer's Table is a registered trademark property of Side Tangent Productions.